Super quick before we hop into this video, I did just get back from the range. Unfortunately, did end up getting snowed out, so I was not able to get into the tuner test with the EC tuner brake. Just want to let you know, if you were waiting for that, it is going to be a little bit. Thank you. How's it going, guys? Welcome back. I'm getting ready to head to the range. Thought I'd do a little test while we're out there. Wanted to kind of talk about lot testing factory ammo, if that's something that you shoot. And a lot of the higher end 22s or competitive 22 shooters, they'll actually go to a manufacturer, and the manufacturer like Ely or Lapua will lot test the ammo for you. So I'm not talking about that. I'm simply talking about testing a point of impact shift or velocity shift in the ammo. Thought to do this because I had a buddy here pretty recently who was shooting an NRL Hunter match. He shoots factory ammo, a 6.5 Creedmoor, Hornady 140 ELDMs. Shoots really, really well out of his rifle. He did not have enough left of the case that he had bought to shoot the next match, so he went out and bought another case. Luckily, he thought or knew to do this, but he tested the two ammo, the first case and the second case, excuse me, because they were different lots. Essentially what had happened is no point of impact shift, but lot 2, so the new ammo that he had just bought, was shooting about 45-50 feet per second faster. So with that being said, if he's out shooting a match, closer target, or a target that's pretty generous elevation-wise, prairie dog, standing prairie dog, something like that, probably wouldn't notice. A little bit farther target, or maybe something a little thinner, coyote, bobcat, whatever it may be, he's going to be missing high. And at that point, it comes down to, is he spotting his misses well enough to make that correction, or see that he's consistently hitting high? Also, would he think that it's the velocity of his ammo? I personally would not. If I notice I'm hitting high, I'm going to think that I screwed something up on my end with bad trigger pulls. Think my zero might have shifted somehow. I wouldn't think to check the velocity of my ammo, which he wouldn't be able to do in the middle of a match anyway. So with that being said, I have my 22-250 factory ammo here, Hornady 50 grain VMAX. Posted a few videos reviewing the new Garmin Zero chronograph when they came out. If you saw those, I did test this. I shot it suppressed, velocities all over the place, from 3,700 up to about 4,000 feet per second. So very drastic difference. I didn't think much of it at the time. Got home, was watching the video, thought about it, went back and looked, and I ordered some of the ammo I had all the way back in the beginning of 2018. It was for a prairie dog trip, and then I was getting ready to go again in 2020. I ordered some more. As we were getting ready to move a few years ago, I just threw all of the boxes, dumped all the boxes into an ammo crate just for ease of moving. But watched those videos, came back, thought about it a little bit more, actually looked at the ammo a little bit closer. Not sure if you'll be able to see it, but if not, I'll post a picture. They actually have two different colored primers, right? One is the more brass color, and one is the silver. So I went through and sorted those all out after realizing I not only had two different lots, but that Hornady may have made some adjustments in that time period to their ammo. So basically, we're going to take a bunch of each one of these to the range. Going to shoot them to see if there's a point of impact shift, and then we're going to test the velocity difference as well. When I first got into long range shooting, I bought a bunch of factory ammo. Didn't know you were supposed to test different kinds in your rifle. Someone said that the Hornady ammo I was shooting was good, so I bought a bunch. I would have never thought that the different lots would vary velocity wise or point of impact wise. So I never would have known that. I would have just kept putting them through, and if I missed, I would have thought it was my fault. So hopefully, if someone sees this, maybe a newer shooter, and it saves someone, a couple people, a few headaches, or maybe teaches a few people to do this, and maybe a specific lot shoots a little bit better in their rifle, then it's worth it. So we'll head to the range. Just going to shoot these suppressed. Quick video at the range. Just going to shoot a 10-round group with each. I'll zero it with probably the new or the silver primers. we'll shoot 10 over the chronograph, and then shoot 10 more over the chronograph with the older lot without adjusting zero to see if there is that shift. So we'll hop into the range footage here and we'll go from there. Thank you.
We'll go ahead and hop right into it here. I may or may not have forgot to start a new series on the Garmin before this first shot. Also, I will be showing both groups at the end, comparing the numbers.
This is going to be a better
We'll hop straight into group 2. That wraps it up for the range. We'll go ahead and take a look at the groups and break down the numbers. So as you can see, new group or silver primers up on the top, old group down on the bottom. Not a huge shift in point of impact, maybe just a touch from left to right. Neither really grouped super well. I mean, that could have been on my end as a shooter. Could have been with my target blowing quite a bit in the wind. Who knows? But nonetheless, just wanted to look at the velocities. Looks like the new sped up about 209 feet per second. This is obviously a pretty extreme example. So with that being said, I actually came back and pulled a few rounds from each. And it was very clear that Hornady did make a change in ammo. You know, they had a little bit of different powder from the old to the new. With that being said, this is not something you would encounter, you know, now if you went and bought, say, a few boxes at one place and maybe they're sold out, had to go buy a few boxes somewhere else. Might be a slight variance in velocity, maybe a slight difference in point of impact shift, but it's not something where you'd be seeing this extreme of a velocity spread. So definitely don't think it's a fair testament to Hornady, because I do think they make some great factory ammo. With that being said, and with this being such an extreme example, I think it's just easier to kind of prove your point or show what you're trying to prove with an extreme example. So again, you know, if this is something that maybe helps a newer shooter learn to test different factory ammos or make sure they're chronographing from lot to lot, if that's what it may be, that's great. So as always, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.